Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 154 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh. We've got a great show in store for you today. We've got an amazing townhome over in East Dallas and a really great new construction over on the cliff you do not want to miss. It is substantial and so thought out.
Both of them are just such great homes. And then in the second segment, we're going to translate realtor speak.
You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun because there's a lot of stuff you read in the property descriptions that you need to kind of know what the meaning behind it is.
Yeah, that's in it. And we're going to keep it G-rated because as you hear some of the questions, you'll get what we mean when we say that. So tune in. You don't want to miss that. The market. Here we go. So the season has kind of slowed down a little bit.
It definitely has.
I can't tell you if it's because the Cowboys are winning or because the State Fair was the last 2 weekends or it's great weather, whatever it is. We have really seen things slow down as far as what's coming on the market, but what actually is leaving the market has really not.
No, it hasn't. That Groveland property we talked about last week that we held open on Sunday, we had 20-something groups of people come through that in that 2-hour window. So it was really a great open house, I think, by my standards.
Yeah, it is very interesting. We've put the market watch together for you to take a look at, and you'll see that as we get into this season, the number of houses coming on the market has actually gone down. Looks like last week we were at just almost 2,300, and this we're just barely getting to 2,100, which is down by 10%. Back on the market is down, which means more of the contracts are sticking, and we really do like that. Price decreases has increased, which goes to show that people are getting a little more serious about bringing those houses and getting them in that real price point.
Price increases, the number of those was down a little bit, down by 30%. Is that right? 30%? I guess it is. And then under contract into the option period, which is kind of that first step, is actually identical to last week at 1,808. The under contract out of the option period, that means kind of going to a little bit more permanent status. That number was up a smidge, and then the pending contracts were up by almost 10%.
Yep. So once they go into that pending status, there's really nothing left for them to be really waiting on, just underwriters really at the end. And then moving into the sold, we're up 15% to 2,820. So again, you're seeing more of them leaving than coming on the market, and that really starts to tighten up. Coming soon is up to 296. So that's great. We're excited to see all this. Welcome all the homes we can get, though. I will tell you right now, it is, we were looking for a client in Farmers Branch, and I called just to get a taste of where she was on that because it's such a good property. And she said 60 showings on Saturday afternoon and Sunday, and they were already deep in the offers. So
it's those, for the right price point of home, which I think is, under that $400,000 price point, in what is considered to be a stable neighborhood. I'm not going to have to say it's a great neighborhood. It's just got to be a stable neighborhood. Yeah. And if the house is in good condition, those houses they'll just fly. They fly off the shelf.
And the other thing too that we're seeing, I feel like, and maybe it's just because we have clients that are like coming to us now, is that people are willing to invest in Airbnbs a lot more right now. And so you're competing with a developer, an end user, a remodeler, and now an Airbnb. And I don't think that the Airbnb has always been a player in the market, and they're not taking up a substantial proportion of it, but it's yet someone else you're going to be making an offer against.
It's another layer of investors that...
And it's a great way. I mean, if you're looking to put money in there, it's a great way to put it in there and have a tax place, and it just kind of works out right now.
Yeah, that I'm wondering if the short-term rental market is going to change any. It has just exploded.
Yeah.
Since the pandemic started, because I think people don't want to stay necessarily in the hotels and have to deal with elevators with other people, and all of that interaction that just naturally comes along with that. I'm wondering if at some point after we are post-pandemic, if we will see some of that Airbnb shift back over that is comfortable staying back in the hotels, or are the travelers going to get more used to staying in the Airbnbs and want to keep that?
I think there's an element to it. I think a lot of times when people go to a different city, and I'm not saying like that they want to experience a culture, and staying in a hotel, you don't quite get the culture. But if you stay in a neighborhood, it's a different vibe. And if you're staying for a longer period of time, it doesn't always work to be in a hotel. You don't have the ability to walk around the neighborhood. It doesn't have any of that relaxation where you can really come home, I feel like, and decompress. It's not quite the same. And you have a great Airbnb, and you get so many repeat people. It is amazing. And to the point, don't you have people that like know markets coming up and they book years in advance for market because they love your place?
One of the women that comes to up to the Dallas Market Center just emailed me last night and said, here are all my 2022 markets. Will you please mark these off for me? And she's blocked off 7 weeks next year already.
Wow. And but do you also have, what's the highest status that you can get at Airbnb?
Superhost.
And aren't you Superhost? Yeah. So, you know what? I think maybe we should, I'm just fleshing this out. I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should have a little Airbnb talk about on one of our segments. I think that would be an interesting for what's happening today.
It really would. For me, I really enjoy it. I enjoy, meeting the people every once in a while. I don't have to meet everyone, but I enjoy that interaction. I enjoy the hospitality, providing hospitality part of it. I really enjoy the financial perspective of it because it's additional income plus it is tremendous additional tax benefits for me.
Yep.
So there's lots of reasons to do it. There's a lot of things that I think I've found that I would put around it just to make sure, these are my rules in doing it. But maybe we ought to do that.
I think it'd be a good one. I think there's plenty of people that want to hear about it. Other than that, I feel like the weather is great. There's some really interesting things going on this weekend. We'll chat about them in one of their houses, but anything special happened last weekend with you?
Not really.
I know.
It was really a kind of a slow weekend. We went back to the On Rotation Brewery. I got to tell you, if you've not been to On Rotation Brewery, we're not getting paid for this. This is just me. On Rotation Brewery is in the old Braniff Center on the side of Love Field, and it's right there by the new car dealership that is on the Love Field side of Lemon Avenue. On Rotation is such a great place to go and hang out. They've got so much outdoor space. The staff is really engaged in providing good service, which you don't really. I mean, it's a little tougher to find
right now.
Right. Yeah, but
it is tougher.
And they recognize that we've come back 2 or 3 times, and they always come over and say, "Thank you for coming back. We're glad to see you." It's like they're really working hard. So if you get an opportunity to go, the beer's great, the food's great. Go try it.
Well, and
tell Tron that Jeff sent you. I'm being serious. Tron is I don't know if he has an equity stake in it or what, but he is certainly one of the people that make sure everybody's happy. So.
I actually helped Jack and Dave hang art, and that was a lot on Saturday, which was amazing. And then Susan Howard just got out of the hospital. She had her knee replaced, so just want to say, Susan, speedy recovery. You're doing great. And I think we're ready to jump in some shows.
Let's do it.
Houses. What's the first one?
First house today, 4616 Belmont. And this is a really up and coming area. I'm going to use some of those terms in the first part of the show. So
careful.
This is a really up and coming area. I should not be describing the area really because Weston should be, but.
Yeah, I actually used to live one street to the west of Belmont on Manette. I absolutely love this area. I used to always joke and say it was epicenter adjacent. So it's walking distance to West Village. You can get into lowest Greenville, everything up and down Henderson, Fitzhugh. It was amazing. Grocery stores are right around the corner. There is the big Kroger. Lifetime has a signature gym right around the corner as well. And it's right off the highway, and it made life so easy. I think one of the things that I really loved about it is the balcony in this area that we had. We could actually we heard Leon Bridges one night playing at the Rustic, and it was really cool.
Oh, wow.
So it's a great area. Lots is happening in this area as far as the number of developers that have discovered this, and they are really getting some amazing homes in there. Quite a bit of square footage, as you'll see if you look in this area, for what you get.
And one of my favorite places to eat over there is called Hungry Belly. And Hungry Belly is a very different Asian type restaurant. It's got a little bit of Japanese. I think there's a little Vietnamese in it. It's got just a great variety of food. My absolutely favorite lunch is the bulgogi bento box.
It is a winner. It is a great job. They also have a cloud roll that is one of my favorites. So check that out. And if you're in the mood to grill out, you wouldn't think it, but there is an La Michicana meat market over there. Go into the meat section. They have some of the best fajita meat that you can get. And the interesting thing, too, is that their produce is really, really fresh.
It is.
So run in.
Best avocados in town are here in El Ranchero.
It is the craziest thing. I'm like, why do we get the avocados that are hard and they always have them there that are fresh but not burned out? The other thing, too, is they have this little cafe. And I will tell you some of the best breakfast tacos ever.
Oh, what is that Jason bought there in the little white cup?
Barbacoa.
The barbacoa. Oh my God!
Good.
Buy the prepared barbacoa and take it home. Get homemade tortillas. Fantastic.
Amazing. Okay.
Yep.
You can tell it's lunchtime because we are hungry.
Really. So let's jump into this house. This is a really great home. I think this is a 2020 Conrad Homes build. And if you're not familiar with Conrad Homes, they are building a lot in that market over there and do a fantastic job with their product.
They do a really good job. It's really well thought out. They open the space up and they push everything to the outside walls, give you lots of natural light, high ceilings, and the finish out is really great. So we see really strong, solid wood floors here. So if you want to change the stain, it's easy to do that. This one actually comes with an office downstairs that has 2 double doors. So it's really great. Working from home, you can actually create a total Zoom conference room. And if you don't need to, open it back up and you're in this great open space.
And the kitchen is a different flow of the way this one's laid out, which I absolutely love. The kitchen opens to the living room, which opens to the dining room, and then you've got that staircase that goes right up the center of the home.
Yeah, one of the things that they've done really well is taken the cabinets all the way to the ceiling, glass on the top, and light. So again, we've got another way for light to come in. Side by side, freezer and fridge. I absolutely love they continue to do this over and over again. They use a really great Italian oven, and it's a Berzoni, and I thought it was well done. They'll also position the microwave not above the vent, but they're in the island, which again is one of those kind of minimal clean lines that I really go towards.
And the dining room is offset from this, so it's not part of the living area like it is in most of the floor plans. And then it continues on to this really great outdoor space just beyond. So if you do cooking outside, or if you have outdoor sorry for all that noise, outdoor entertainment, it's just great.
Yep.
And covered.
Yeah. Floating stairs take you to the second floor, which is one of the elements that I really like because, again, when you're in an open concept, it just creates this flow. And the owner here has done a great job. They put a little clock there that works. You can't quite see it here, but I'm going to tell you there are skylights in this hallway that really help this hallway.
And this is the master bedroom that is just a really grand size. That's a king size bed, plenty of room for the nightstands, plenty of walk around room. I love how they have they're not the plain doors in this. They use those that have a little bit of a relief and a texture to them.
Yep.
And it really adds to this.
As you can see in this picture, we're seeing great light, and that's because there's some really large skylights. There's a kind of architectural wall right there, all in tile. On one side, you find the shower, and around on the other side is where the water closet is. Opens up into a really great closet, probably more shelves than I've ever seen. Jokingly, the homeowner gave us a tour and said, I felt like I had to buy more shoes because there are so many shelves.
And this is one of the secondary bedrooms that is also still a really good sized room. This bathroom also has the double sinks in it and the step-in shower. And I think that's the same gray tile that they used in the master bathroom. And it's just beautiful.
So this is the third bedroom upstairs, Jack and Jill, as Jeff was saying. Can lights. They've also done window treatment throughout, which is a really great added value. And upstairs, this is one of the elements that we really, really loved, is this is the outdoor balcony. Now, the great thing about the way this is configured is that this outdoor balcony and garage is what connects to the neighbors. And so the common wall is a wall that is never interior, and so it really deadens noise, but creates this wonderful outdoor living space.
And these are only 2-story units.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. Backyard's really cool. Lots of room. If you've got pets, you've got plenty of room. If you wanted to add a pool, you've got plenty of room for that. Big, open, wide, just light-filled windows on this.
It's one of the rare finds over here to have this as a 2-story. So many of them right now are 3 and 4. So if this is something that you're interested in, I would say this is definitely one that you want to jump on, given the fact you've got mature trees and this space, whether it's indoor or outdoor.
Yeah, and so 4616 Belmont Avenue, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, built in 2016. I'm sorry, I thought it was newer than that. 2225 square feet, priced at $815, which brings it in about $366 a square foot.
Yep, this is amazing. And we just want to say that if you want to click on the link, you can get right to that. It'll give you a few more pictures. It'll also give you the link on the map, so you can take a look at that. If you'd like to take a look at it, let us know. We'd be happy to make that happen.
Happy to.
And the next one, Jeff?
The next one we have today is at 773 Evergreen Hills Road. And this is an absolutely incredible 5-bedroom, 5 full bath, 2 half bath. It looks like it's a 1-car garage, but this is, you're going to see in a moment how big this is. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And this area of the cliff is amazing. Sylvan comes in. You've got Greenbrier on one side, which is a lovely neighborhood. And then this Evergreen also connects into Eustis, which is an amazing street. So a very walkable neighborhood. One of the great things that you're going to love about the cliff is how much topography there is. Dallas is not known for its topography. And here in the cliff, we have really some amazing hikes that are really just inside of the neighborhood. Plus, you've got Stevens Park. And Stevens Park's golf course is really a great way if you're into golf. It's one of the great courses of Dallas, but there's a lot of walking around this area as well. I know that Jack walks his Great Dane baby around over here, so just enjoy. Plus, if you look in these pictures here, you see that they've got amazing views of downtown Dallas.
They really do. And I think, did you talk about the art walk?
So there is an art walk that's come up. Thank you for reminding me. There's an art walk that's coming up over on Trinity Groves, and it's called the Art Walk West. This is just across from Trinity Groves. There is a lot of graffiti in some of these older buildings that are now housing a lot of artists, and these artists are opening up their galleries, showing their works. One of my favorites is Dan Lamb. I think if you scroll down just a hair longer, she's going to be in there. She is one more down. She is a great artist. She has been featured in so many galleries around Dallas. She's been in Juxtaposition magazine. She's been to the Hamptons. She's been to Bays of Miami. You'll be able to see her work, and it is an amazing treat. Do not miss it. It is Saturday only.
Yeah, and we got to meet her one time, and she is an incredibly nice person.
So amazing.
Yeah.
So not like what you would think a high artist would be.
Not at all. Really, really, really fun. So let's talk about the home.
Amazing home. So this is a 5-bedroom, 5 full, 2 half. It is a 2-car garage, but I'm going to say when we get in here, you're going to see how much more it can be.
Yeah.
Priced at $1,985,000. It is an amazing home.
And as you come in, you walk up to, you have to walk up the front steps, and this is what you walk into, this really gorgeous, spectacular, huge white box room with this really cool double-sided fireplace in the center.
So this is a stunning house, and it is a showstopper. It is so well thought out. The placement, I don't feel cramped in any aspect of the house, and I don't feel like they were just opening it up because of the way that they've configured it. So you have more countertops and more cabinets than imagined. One of the amazing things about this fridge that they have also in there, the inside is stainless steel, and it was decor.
All of the appliances are decor.
All decor appliances, and they were really spectacular. Overall, everything from the subway tile to the way that they've set the doors of the cabinets into the actual frame is a perfect fit.
And this is the small office that is just off of the dining room. It could also be used as a nursery, or it could be used as the pet room, really whatever you want to use it for. But it's right off of the master bedroom, which is this room that we're looking at.
And let me point out that this is the first of 2 master bedrooms in this house, both equal in size and amazingly equal in bathroom and closet.
I think the bathrooms are actually identical, and that's why we're not showing them twice in the photos today. But that is a huge shower. Definitely one of the largest that I've seen. Double vanity, sculptured tub, huge walk-in closet. I love how they've carried the tile work, not only from the floor and in the wet areas, but they carried it all the way to the ceiling.
Yep, and in the master closet, you've got tons of space for long dresses or coats, and you've also got room built in. Here we wanted to show you that this transitions both up and down, almost like a split level, as you'd say. And then we get into one of the bedrooms upstairs. And this is not the master, even though it looks like it's large enough. When we first turned the corner, I thought, oh my gosh, this could be a master with a little bit smaller bedroom. And as we toured the 3rd floor, we realized, nope, there's another master bedroom.
But this one's got ensuite bath in it, lots of room. This is another of
the master.
This is the other secondary master up on the 3rd floor of the home, and exactly identical to identical in size to the other one. As you go up, we go all the way up another set of stairs to this huge room that is game room, movie room. God, so flexible to do pretty much anything in it that you wanted.
Work from home would be a dream here. And as you come all the way down, and now we're going to shift all the way down to where the garage is, there is a wine room, there is a tucked away safe, there's an elevator, and here is the garage.
So I estimated this garage is about 40 feet by about 40 feet, which would make that well over 4 cars.
And one of the things about the way that it is configured is it actually opens up to the backyard, so it can actually double as like a cabana room if you wanted it to.
Mm-hmm. An incredible pool. Love the location. Almost total privacy in this. The builder has planted a lot of magnolia trees along the side, as you see there, which are going to screen from that neighbor, and then there are pine trees on the other side of the property.
So overall, this is 773 Evergreen Hills Road. It's a 5-bedroom, 5 full, 2 half bath, 4-car garage, built in 2020, just under 6,000 square feet. It's $1,958,000, and it comes in at $336,995. And we want to say thank you so much to Jeremy Whitaker for allowing us to feature that home.
And if you'd like to see more of the pictures of this home, or take a look at it, or get any additional information, or if you just want to reach out to us, just click on the links below, and we'll be happy to make that happen. And we'll be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com, where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information, and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. Welcome back to the second segment of episode 154, Sold with Updike Pugh.
And now, time for the second segment. This is going to be a lighter second segment than we've done in the past. I think this one is more, we actually were inspired. Jeff was scrolling through some TikTok, and there was some bad TikTok, but there was a couple of them that we thought, that's a jumping off point. And so we decided, hey, we would, rather than do a TikTok, that we would just make an entire second segment of it. And so what we're going to do is translate what an agent actually means when they're giving you some advice.
So the title of the second segment is What Realtors Really Mean.
What realtors really mean. And then, I think that it's funny because, long ago we see signs that say I'm gorgeous inside, and really what I want to say is like I'm over decorated. There's crap on every inch of the wall. So we're going to take and go a little bit further. Hope this is funny and you get a little tickle out of it, and we will try to keep it G-rated.
And our first one is, this is an up-and-coming neighborhood, which I used earlier talking about the neighborhood over where Belmont is.
So the TikTok woman, she goes, "This neighborhood is dangerous. You better keep your head on a swivel." But I think what we would say is that this neighborhood is experiencing gentrification, and it's one of the long investments. And we typically follow up by saying this neighborhood is up and coming with the fact that you're getting in at an entry level position, and in 10 years, your prices will not be the same.
So yes, this is, and I can point to probably a dozen different neighborhoods off the top of my head that people were the pioneers. I keep telling buyers that. So if you're willing to be a pioneer in a neighborhood and you're going to be there 10 years, that's where you're going to see most of your return.
Yeah. Here's another one, Jeff. If I were to say, this home has so much potential.
This home needs so much work.
She goes, in her TikTok, she goes, "This house is a full gut job." And there are times when we walk in and I'm like, clients get excited. And I'm like, hey, you need a team.
Yeah.
And this can't be your first thing. And this is going to be a full-time job. So I think we need to be careful when we watch HGTV and think that, oh, we too can do that on a weekend. I don't think it's possible.
So our next one is, this home is nice and cozy.
This means this is the tiniest house ever, and when you hang your TV, you're going to be 4 feet from your TV. Basically, your TV will be your heat generator in there. And did we lose connection? Maybe. No, there we are.
No, there we are.
So when they say cozy, it is code for it's close, short, tiny. So yeah, here, let me throw you another one. This home is walking distance to so much entertainment. What does that mean to you, Jeff?
That usually means there's a lot of things going on in the neighborhood that you will want to get away from.
So when I came and was visiting Dallas, I stayed in an area that was very close to some entertainment. And I thought, oh, this is great. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, when the bars let out, it was beer bottle breaking brawl. And I was like, this is not great. This is not great. So that's definitely one to keep in mind.
Next is, commuting is so easy from this home.
And it's so easy. And you can also hear the highway from your backyard. This is one of those ones you need to be very cognizant of. Google Maps is your friend. Use it, and use it well.
That's true.
Okay.
That is true.
If I say this home has so much history, what do you think?
That always scares me because there has been, I don't know, it just scares me when they say there's been so much history in this home.
I always think that you need to double check that you're not in a historic district. And if you do not understand what a historic district is, you need to watch one of our episodes where we talked about that, because there are lots of rules and regulations which you will be abiding by.
So the one other way to look at this one is this home having so much history.
Okay.
You experienced when you were showing a client a house not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and we tell the sellers that when they're just writing out their seller's disclosure statement, disclose, because
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
if you don't disclose, your neighbors are going to disclose. What happened with that showing?
Literally, we're in the courtyard, and the neighbor, like tool time, sticks his head over the fence and said, "What are you doing, looking at this house?" And I was like, sure. And if somebody does that, I'm going to ask, "Hey, tell us what you know about the house." He had 20 minutes of fodder to tell us. And I thought, this seller and this
And it
other
wasn't good
neighbor,
information.
no.
It was very negative information about
And I was like,
house.
they didn't get along. And he is just, he's like, I'm going to teach her a lesson. Tough.
The next one is, gray is now.
So this one right here scares the bejesus out of me, because I feel like this is when someone who remodeled decided to pick everything that was gray. And so you're basically going to live in a gray tube. Gray is an accent, as is white. And when the whole thing is gray, it is not okay. So done with that.
And the last one is, this home was just renovated.
This one is another one that makes us both nervous, and you and I do a lot of diligence when it comes to this. This home was just renovated does not mean that it's brand new, nor does it mean that they knew what they were doing.
It really doesn't. And this is one of the areas that I get nervous about, especially with iBuyers, because iBuyers are going to buy the home at the least expensive price they can. The iBuyer is going to do renovation in the cheapest possible way that they can.
Yep.
And then they're going to put it back on the market at the highest price they possibly can.
And it's so interesting because you can't buy things on sale and then charge the highest price. And I think sometimes we see that, and those are the ones that get hung in the market, and we call them no man's land because you're not priced based on what you used.
Yeah. And even, Zillow announced yesterday that they have stopped buying homes because they're having so much trouble getting people to work on them.
That's why they say they stopped.
Yeah.
I'd love to see their what their take home is on their sales.
Yeah, we calculated that in the first quarter of 2019, and they averaged losing $55,000 per home.
That's one hell of a market.
Yeah.
I love that business plan.
Anyway, so I hope you found that
Entertaining.
a little entertaining.
Tune in next week, Wednesday at noon. Just remember, we want to be your realtors for life.